everyone. I think we all pretty much had a nice break, and what a great story to come back to.
I still think about that moment when you're standing there, because I stood up like it was the bottom of the ninth, and you're expecting one or two, maybe a split decision, but I never thought it was going to be unanimous every single count. It was a glorious day.
I mean, I think that's where like Mets fans and Orioles fans have something in common. We're totally shocked when we get a clean sweep in anything.
I mean,
So
everything can go well. At least it did for the moment. I did read about one guy today who I think everyone will like this. The Trump supporter who said he can't vote for him again, not because he had an affair with a porn star, but he doesn't respect him anymore because Trump wasn't smart enough to figure out how to keep it quiet.
Oh man.
And which is weird because Trump's never been able to keep anything quiet. Like he talks about it, he posts about it on his socials. It's like why
That's true.
The
You're
thing is-
absolutely right. How was he able to not open his big mouth?
Be-
He didn't even remember.
It's because he's saying this. All these Democrats having sex with all these porn stars all the time. Everybody is having sex with porn stars. But not me. I've never had a sex with a porn star ever.
which is quite ironic because I think at the time, technically Donald Trump was calling himself a Democrat. I think because George W. Bush was in the White House, that was his big thing. He was going after Bush at the time. Which I mean, I was on the record back then as saying, well, Donald Trump should run for president. This is back when people thought he was people outside New York thought he was a liberal Democrat. I thought to myself, if he's the nominee of our party or the Democratic Party, then I won't be able to vote for him. So it's like I like to think that I willed him to go to the Republican Party. So now he's their problem. I like to think it's all on me. The complete destruction of the party of Abraham Lincoln is on me. I'll take the blame for that.
Well done.
Well, if you're one of my clients, I'll just tell you, manifesting is real, Tom. Just keep manifesting.
See, and I was going to put his ego in check and say, I don't think you have that kind of power.
I was just getting ready to say, I don't think Polite wants me as a client. Like, I don't think I need a lot of help, and I don't think she's willing to put in the effort.
Now, I'm surprised that you thought that it might have been a split decision versus because I figured it was going to be all or nothing because every one of the 34 counts were all intermingled together. I didn't think you could find it. They could have found him guilty of some and not guilty of the other. It all had to be together. But to think that it only took them less than 8 to 10 hours to deliberate, and part of that time was asking questions of the judge for instruction, and a repeat of the testimony from Michael Cohen and from Pecker about those specific meetings, finding out whether or not Trump knew, and they absolutely synced up on their testimony, and there was just no way he could not be found innocent of any of those crimes. So I was I was so damn happy when it happened. It was I was following it on NBC, their updates, and then I saw guilty 1, guilty 2, guilty 3, and they just kept coming back. I was like, oh, this is just beautiful. Mm-hmm. And then I just flipped over to CNN, and they were talking about it there, and I was like, this is it's good. It's good for our country. that justice is being served, but it's just widening the divide and greater rancor amongst the Democrats and Republicans.
Well,
Well,
I'm showing
look-
my solidarity. I mentioned this before the show. I'm wearing my prison jumpsuit orange to commemorate the occasion, as you can see on the various promo bits that I put out.
And I want everybody to know that when David referred to the person, David Pecker, he said Pecker, and Tom didn't giggle. So that shows a lot of growth. A lot of growth.
I was going to say, congratulations, Tom. We've matured.
It's a new concept. I'm not used to it.
But what was the right amount of time they should have been out? They said, well, they were only out for 8 hours. That's a long time. You have 12 people plus the 12 people sitting there that's a long time to be talking. And they could have done it and said, we want to go home. We've been away from our families. We want to go home. I don't know, but the Republicans are going, these people rush through that. There's no shot clock here.
I'm in a room with 10 comics at an open mic, and I want to run my head into a fucking wall. I mean, mad props to these jurors. And Trump wanted to go ahead and move it to an area that was friendly to him, but like knowing that particular venue, if it was a jury that supported Trump, they would probably have tried to fill the verdict form in using their own feces.
But you put an X.
Okay, we all just discovered he has not matured, so it's our regular Tom.
Well,
Feel better.
I gotta give my OG fans something, you know.
You could have said big crayons or something,
hits.
Sharpies, no, finger paints, but no.